them ones. Certainly not because I hit record and then I have to pee. Impeccable timing. How you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of BTD6, aka The Monkey! That was aggressive. God. Anyway, got an interesting sort of episode on deck for you today. You guys have actually voted for primary expertise. I thought I was going to have to pick this one at some point. I didn't think you guys were going to vote for it. But alas, yeah, you want to see primary expertise. Now, I'm here today to do you one better. We're going to do primary expertise and homeland defense and Monkeyopolis. 3 tier 5s in the same episode. How about that? Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a longer episode, I imagine. So, hey, if you enjoy it, you want to see me do more episodes like this, then, I don't know, 10,000 likes? Because clearly 8,000 was too easy. Clearly we're not setting the bar... Clearly we're not setting the bar high enough. That's how that sentence goes. Yeah, yeah. So primary expertise, obviously, I think in the grand scheme of things, I didn't even read the description. We got 1.4 million XP on Monkey Village. I think this in general, because it's such a vital support tower, is probably... could well be my most used tower in the entire game. It's never a bad idea to use this thing. Like, it's never not useful, no matter what kind of setup you're running. Let's look at primary expertise. Adds Mega Ballista attack, plus all primary monkeys in radius get more popping power, ability cooldowns reduce further, and tier 1 and 2 upgrades for free. That's a lot. Considering primary mentoring actually does a fair old whack. Like, that adds quite a lot. Let's do it. Let's get started. I know exactly which course I'm going to do as well, because I've been playing through the intermediates, and I specifically saved this one so I could do it for an episode. We're doing carts and darts. I love the look of this one. Mario Kart! Whee! So here we go. Carts and darts. Basically just a racetrack. Is this the kind of track that I would have voted for in CTR, or is it... It's very short, so this is the kind of one where, you know, you get hit by one item and the race is over kind of thing, so I don't know. Yeah, no, I'm not sure this is the kind of track that I'd vote for. But we have, we got a bunch of tires in the middle. I'm sure we can get rid of that. So we have... Do we want Sawder/Sorda for this, really? We want Sawdust for this? I'm thinking we could probably bring Quincy instead.
The pack is ready.
It's just because I spotted a good place to put Quincy. I could stick him like right about there. He gets a couple of decent lines of sight there, so we could just kind of go ahead. Tell you what I will do as we're getting started here. So many people have been telling me to turn this on. We have auto start, which basically just means you don't get a break in between rounds. It will just, once the round is finished, it will just go straight on to the next one. I could probably roll with that for this, just so we can get through the earlier rounds a bit quicker. I mean, I don't even know how much of this I'm going to show. You've seen this bit a million times. So I picked this one mainly because I've got kind of a wacky idea that I want to try. Obviously, we want primaries if we're doing primary expertise. I have a really wacky idea that I want to do with this second section here. If I put down an Inferno Ring, but with the buff range instead of the rate of fire... Well, it wouldn't be the rate of fire, it'd be the number of attack. You know what I mean? If I put down an Inferno Ring with the increased range, I wonder if it could actually have enough range to cover that section. If it could, then let me tell you, my friend, nothing is getting around that corner. In other news, I shouldn't be in this setup for much longer. The setup, the actual setup, is almost done. It's been going through a bit of a refurb. Dude, it's going to look sexy when it's done. It is almost done, though, so hopefully won't actually be in here for much longer. We can get back to some sense of normality. Okay, well, we let a couple through there. Damn it, my bad. Dude, I have so much money sitting around. That didn't even need to happen. Just lost 9 hit points for nothing. God, slacking already. This will be better now. We've got Glaive Ricochet. Make life a little bit easy. Yeah, I had this crazy idea about sticking one of these guys right here. Obviously, doesn't hit Jack Diddley squat to start with, but I'm just thinking when it becomes Inferno Ring, it gets a massive range buff, so I kind of want to test it. I kind of want to see if I can actually pull it off. We could probably do with... Do you know, I'm actually going to turn auto start off because I'm already having to pay far too much attention for my liking here, so I'm going to turn that off. I hope you don't mind. The village can go there, that way it gets Quincy in it as well, and then it's pretty much going to be all top path, and I'll probably just go radar scanner. Nice and easy. It's going to be interesting when we get to Monkeyopolis, because I really haven't played around with bottom path of this particular tower. I had to basically Google roughly what it does and how the gimmick works. Because reading the description gave me nothing. Like that, I was just like, what? Huh? I'm hoping that I'll be able to suss it out when I get to that. Might want to think about maybe... At first, Moab's going to be a problem. Could always throw down Bob with some sentries. That's always like my go-to if I feel like Moab's on the way and I'm not going to be ready for it, is throw down Bob. Throw down Bob. Get out some sentries, you know what I mean? Primary training. So this guy should get range buff now. Pretty certain it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't affect Quincy. He doesn't count as a primary. He should. Like, dude, this dude could easily pass as a primary, I feel. I don't see why we have to split hairs on this. More interested in the fact that it gets an attack as well. Like, it actually becomes a proper defensive tower. And gets some kind of ballista, it said. Which, I mean, in my head, I imagine ballista is basically crossbow on steroids. So I'm imagining...
Ready to feast.
There you go. On, didn't need it at all, but anybody ever die being too careful? More glaives, please, Vicar. Thank you. And honestly, with these three now, they will carry us pretty far for the moment. So I'm saying we can get the primary mentoring going. And I think once I've got primary mentoring down, let me actually get the tack shooter idea going. I'll probably have to get some money making as well, because Inferno Ring's not the cheapest thing in the world. Primary mentoring. Looks good. He's got even more range now. Bob is completely unaffected. See, this is kind of why, you know, I need some stuff that's actually gonna... Let's start experimenting with this a little bit. Attack shooter, like, right in the middle, like... Yeah, right there. And then we'll go long range. It's nice to get that for free now. Appreciate that. Thank you. Super range. Oh, dude, it's actually quite close. It's not even that far from... Once we get Inferno Ring, that has to reach. Surely that's going to reach. Like, could that possibly... I feel like if a Moab goes around there, it will hit the Moab just because of how big the hitbox is. But the regular Bloons, I'm not quite so sure. I think I'll focus on making a bit of money now. Let's roll the money-making music. DJ Playz. Money, 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 money. I'm impatient. I want my primary expertise right here and now. Hold on. Slow this down. Slow this down. Woo! Did I just get a mounted glaive ricochet? Okay, Bob, I'm gonna need you to take a seat on the bench, and I'm gonna need you to take a seat on the bench as well. I need to see what this thing does, like, on its own. I'll set you to, like, last. Dude, what is that? What is it doing? It's like a bouncing ballista. Oh, it's powerful as well. It's powerful. This ain't even a support tower anymore. This... Okay. Okay. And now just to test my little thing out again. Glaives. That was completely free. That was completely free of charge. I'm going to get rid of you for just a second. I just want to play around with this guy on his own just a little bit more. I'm loving this bouncing ballista. This is so cool. Is it one-shotting the Moabs? You're supposed to be a support tower. What about the fortified? Two-shot? Two-shot? Okay. And then the thing bounces. So this thing basically has got glaive ricochet on steroids, is what you're saying. And that's not even talking about what it's going to do to this Inferno Ring when I get it. Like, that's just going to be a madness. I almost want to get the Inferno Ring and then not put anything else down and then just see how far these three can just go by themselves.
More.
I like this one. Maxed out on the banks. Inferno Ring is live. Yep, see? Look at that. Covers the whole thing now. I don't actually think I need to put anything else down now. I think we have game-winning material right here. Honestly, Quincy kind of feels like a third wheel at this point. Seems like a bit late to point this out, but also infinite range, by the way. I just noticed that. Like, this thing is definitely not waiting for things to be within that circle to attack them. It is just attacking them the second they come in. ZOMG. This thing's going to die in like 2 seconds. Yep, that was quick. Oh, my lord. Well, BFB Brawler. I don't think I've ever got that one before. Dude, my support tower has done 160,000 damage. Let me just try something real quick, just for a bit of a laugh. Just so I can really make the most of every part of its gimmick. And just so we're clear, that didn't cost me a penny. Well, I mean, it did. I still had to put the cannons down. But upgrading them didn't cost me a thing. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Look at them go. Go, my missiles. Oh, this is great. I love this. See, now, like, could I put down, like... no, I wouldn't be able to. I was thinking, like, could I put down another primary mentoring to increase the range of the primary... Yeah, that's not how that works.
Nope.
But I mean, this is cool though. This is, yeah. Don't even need the Inferno Ring at this point, mate. They got it covered. It's a good thing they limited it to only tier 2s. Like, could you imagine if you could flipping get 3 Moab Maulers? Like,
Tasty.
that would just be, that would be tasty. I'll tell you what, that would be tastier than tasty. That would be delicious, in fact. How are you not level 20 yet? You're lacking, mate. Come on. I've got an idea. I'm going to wait for a bit, though. I'm going to wait until we get to 90, and then we're going to have a bit of fun.
Strength in numbers.
Yeah. This is where it's going to get even funnier. I'm going to lose this one, and we're going to throw an Icicle Impale right here. So let's try this now. Go on, DDTs. How about it? Freeze them in place. Let the missiles have at it. Mate, that is brilliant. I love that. Okay, primary expertise. You guys voted well. You guys voted very well for that one. And the funniest thing is even if they somehow made it through, because the way this one's laid out, they're going to have to come back round again. Like, they're going to have to come around the whole, like, 8 section. So they have to do multiple runs past these missiles. All right, BAD, let's do this. Don't worry, I didn't bring Glaive Lord this time. I spared you. I know you're terrified of him. This is going to be interesting, though. As long as we can pop it before it gets back round to Icicle Impale, then we should have it quite easily. To be completely... As soon as... Yeah, now he's within range of the Inferno Ring. Like, he's kind of just done. I don't know how much damage the primary expertise is going to be doing to it, but there ain't no such thing as being out of this thing's range, so have fun. I think we got this one wrapped up. Come on, I believe. You can do it. You can make it to the end. Oh, maybe not. Go on, Quincy. You can have a piece. There you go. I think I may call that a successful run. Happy with that. So, primary expertise. Gotta be 5. That one is easily getting 5. Love that one. The little ballista attack just makes that for me. That is so cool, honestly. Next up is Homeland Defense. Says here. Ability now increases attack speed and pops by 100% for all monkeys for 20 seconds. So it literally just gets an upgrade to Call to Arms, which is 50% for 15 seconds. It's a big upgrade, don't get me wrong. That's 5 extra seconds and double the buff. I know a perfect way to test this one out. I'm not going to play a full round for this one. You just bear with me. Let me go back onto Winter Park. We'll go Sandbox. Let me recreate the end of the Glaive Lord episode, and then let's see how much easier it is with primary expertise. I think that's going to be a good indicator. So we're going to put it right here. 43,000. Damn. Pretty expensive. I mean, actually, no, hang on. I'll tell you what. Before I recreate this, let's test some things. Let's just get a Call to Arms, and we'll shove you in here. How quickly do you kill a BFB with Call to Arms? Let's see. Okay. So they just barely make it to the crossroad. What about a... Gotta wait for it to recharge. Now let's test it on a ZOMG. Okay. It's not going to make it around the whole section. It's already run out. That's actually worth pointing out as well. That's quite an important point, is we're going to get an extra 5 seconds out of Homeland defense. Okay, so it battered the lot before they got around the whole section. So now, let's upgrade it to Homeland defense. Let's call in the same BFB, and let's go. Oh, we've got a nice little white flash. Okay, interesting. In theory... Now what's it saying? Much quicker. Killed that much quicker. Oh, so it is a very noticeable difference. But this is going to be where we get to see it properly. If you didn't watch the last episode, I'd recommend watching that so you can actually see this run. The way we got to do this is we actually have to set this to 100 and then play out the round, because if we just click on the BAD, it sends in a slower version, but if we play it out on the round 100, then it sends in the faster one, which is what we had in the actual run. Are we ready to give this a go? I don't know. Cue some epic music. Let's go. This is going to be interesting because Call to Arms and Overclock actually recharge in the same time, so it's going to be a little bit out of sync here. But that being said, we are getting like twice the buff, so... Although actually you say that... No, wait, it's recharging in the same time. I don't know what I'm chatting about. It's recharging in this... No, it's... I'm getting confused. It's because it lasts longer. Not because it actually, no, it takes exactly the same time. Okay, well, that's another good buff to note. Sorry, I got completely confused then. I was going on about the recharge time. I thought it was going to be out of sync. It wasn't out of sync at all. Oh my god. Okay, hang on. Zoinks. Scoob. I've kind of gotten close to popping it way too quick here. I wasn't expecting it to be this quick. How's going to be the best way to do this? That's not good. That wasn't supposed to happen. I stopped attacking it for that very reason. We maybe aim to hit it right about now. That's it, break it down. There we go. Now we do this. And let's see if that works. No, blow me away. It did work. Okay, hold on. Hang on. Wait, he's not done too bad there. Just break him down. And again. Go on, let me get that last Homeland defense. There it is. Brilliant stuff. And, yeah. Not bad. That's a pretty noticeable buff. I should hope so for the cost. What are we saying for Homeland defense then? What are we going to rate that? I'm going to be completely honest with you. Like I said, we don't rate towers in this series on how good they are. We rate them on how cool they are. And while this is a very good tier 5, that is very, very good. This is literally the kind of thing you could put in any setup, anytime, ever. I'm gonna give this one 3 because it's literally just the same as Call to Arms, but a bit better. Good? Yes. Excellent. Cool? Leaves a bit to be desired, I think. I'm giving this one 3. Sorry about that. 3's not that bad. Listen, 3 only seems bad because I've been giving so many things 5. Because so many of the tier 5s are that cool. So many things are worthy of 5. I didn't design them. I wish I did, though. I wish I could take the credit for it. The last one, Monkeyopolis. Absorbs all nearby banana farms and their income, freeing up space for new monkeys. Okay, so I had to Google this one. Apparently the way this works is Monkeyopolis is basically a banana farm. I think it kind of works like a plantation or research facility, and it has a certain amount of money that it generates. But then what it actually does is if you already have banana farms down, it absorbs the banana farms and kind of buffs itself with them. So it has a sort of baseline amount of money that it generates, and then that can increase depending on how many other farms you have down. I'm not sure if it gains a certain amount for each farm, or it depends on how much you've invested in each farm. But the point is, please settle this for me in the comments once and for all. Is it Sauder or is it Sorda? Because this cannot go on. We need to make a decision. Until I am told definitively that it's Sorda, it is going to be Sauder. So Sauder.
My blades are legendary.
Exactly. So is my pronunciation. Let's get on with this. I've got to pee again. This is going to be an interesting one because despite Monkey Village being probably my most used tower in the game, I don't think I've ever gone bottom path on it. Or if I have, I could probably count the number of times I've done it on one hand. So I'm really not 100% sure what to expect here. I can remove those, good. So it's going to come from right side one round, left side the next round. Yeah, seems pretty standard. Okay, so we'll aim to have it like in the middle here somewhere. And then what we could do is these side bits here, we could load those up with farms, and then we can do it that way. I mean, I may well want to sort of put down a couple so I can get a good point of comparison. This is a completely different gimmick for this tower. It's just, oh shit. Hey, stopped it in time.
Oh, I could have popped that.
That's not funny. Like, you're actually taking the piss. Never really taken the time to sit down and look over these. So, Monkey Business provides 10% discounts at all monkeys and upgrades. Tier 3 or less purchased in the radius of the village. Probably should have put this down first. And an additional 5% that can stack up with 2 other villages with the upgrade. Monkey Town, all monkeys within the radius of the Monkey Town get extra cash per pop. Increases influence radius, cash generation in radius, and gives you a free dart monkey every round. And then Monkeyopolis, we know what that does. Okay, so we're all business on this one. Monkey Commerce. 10th. Oh my god. That jumped up a notch, didn't it? 500 to 10,000. Jesus Christ. Okay. You're going to have to do the thing, probably. Right. Okay. Yeah, well, that's... Idiots. There you go. Now I've got my 15% discount. I can get my... Now I can get my glaives a bit cheaper. There we go. 50 quid off. Can't go wrong with that. Thank you very much. Long range for 90. I'll take it. I believe it only goes up to tier 2 though. So I really made a point of putting it down as early as possible so I could enjoy half a minute of discounts. Not exactly Black Friday, is it? Glaive Ricochet. That is just so satisfying to watch, man. Wait. Is that a discounted Glaive Ricochet? Oh, hang on, let me check this real quick. Tier 3 or less. Ah, you see? So it was worth it. I got a discounted Glaive Ricochet. Now I can die happy. Bob the Builder, should we see what your discounts are saying? Sentry Gun for 450. Fast Engineering for... Ooh, I like that Sprocket discount. We'll get discounted 315 for Deconstruct. Damn. Not bad. And the thing is, if I put more villages down, it said that I can stack them, didn't it? Additional 5% discount that can stack with up to 2 other villages. So yeah, we could have had an even bigger discount. Wasn't going to do it because to put down 2 more entire villages just to get an extra 10%. Come on now. I know business, and that's not good business. Terrible business, in fact. Not good at all. I am loving these discounts, mate. I am loving every second of this. Nothing like saving money. You take me to Monkey Town. And then it's only 3 grand for the...
That just makes no fucking sense.
Monkey City. And then requires Banana Farm. Well... Oh, dude, do they have to be in the radius of it? Oh. Well... Tits. Okay, well, let me collect my money from these. Let me put a Banana Farm. Right there. I can create the Monkeyopolis for 5,000. So I can create it right now if I want to. Let's do it. Let's make the Monkeyopolis. Let's see how much it produces with just one vanilla, like, 000. What would it be, 000? A completely, like, unranked banana farm. Let's see how much it makes. It threw us a few crates there, which didn't seem too bad. How much was that? 1,200. Okay. So 1,200 in a round. I don't think that will increase. So it's going to make 1,200 a round. Let me think. How do I want to do this? How do we want to play around with this? I mean, don't get me wrong. 1,200 a round isn't bad. Like, that's not too shabby. But we could do better than that. Put one there. Can I fit another one? No. In hindsight, I probably didn't pick the best map to do this, did I? No, I bloody well did not. So that makes it 10,000. Now, if I upgrade, that doesn't make a difference. Can I fit banana farms down here? Okay, new idea. So it was 5,000 per banana farm, so I'm expecting now it's going to be 30,000. But if we can get it, then I reckon this thing's going to be making, what was it, 1,200? Maybe it's just 1,200 per farm. So it's going to be making what? 7,200 a round? Monkeyopolis for 30,000. Bosh. Now show me some money. 280? Okay. Already made for... Look how much money it's making now. Look at that. How much better is that? Look at the money just pouring out of this thing. So if my calculations are correct...
Still cuts a tomato.
It made 2,800. That's not what I calculated. By my calculations, actually, it's supposed to make, like... Do I need to look this up again? Did I read it wrong? Like, is it 280, 280, 280, 280? And then it stops. So it makes 2,800 per round.
Still cuts a tomato.
Is that it?
That took
Bro, I thought it was going to make so much more than this. You can see my logic. When it had one farm, completely unranked, it was doing 1,200. So I thought it would just do another 1,200 if I put a second one down. Because, you know, that literally doubles the cost of it. So I must have missed something. I'm looking this up. Total monetary value of farms is added to that amount of money per round in a ratio of 200 total income per 2,000 worth of sacrifices. This is so confusing. Yeah, I don't care about the cosmetics. Yeah, the upgrade price increases by 5,000 with each valid banana farm in its radius. I know that. At base, the Monkeyopolis produces 10 crates worth 100 each for a total of 1,000. Total income generated per round is an extra 200 for every 2,000 spent on farms, factoring in difficulty prices. We're going to sandbox, okay? We're going to sandbox. This time I'm going to put down one, but I'm going to upgrade it to a bank with greater production, like I normally would. So now that's still 5,000, but if I do it this time, play out the round again, it makes a bit more this time. Yeah, it's making... Okay, so the value of the farm does have an impact. So by having that only... Here's the thing, though. That only added 400. Considering the amount of money I have to invest to get a monkey bank with greater production in the first place, that's not a big increase. Doesn't seem like it's worth it for an extra 400. Because, I mean, let's, like, have a look at this. So if I put one down and think about... like how much money this thing makes in a round. That basically makes 400 per round anyway. So what exactly have I gained there? We're a tenner short. 40,000. How much is this one making? That's producing 200. Okay, so that one makes 2,000. Fair enough. 2,000 per round. Yeah, I can see where you get your value back on that one. Let's go banana research facility with the valuable bananas. And bear in mind, this is not a cheap thing to set up. Like, each research facility costs 20 grand, and it costs like a good 5 grand just getting it to up to that point. We're having to invest a lot of money just to turn this into a research facility in the first place. This still costs 40,000. How much money is it making now? This better be making some bank. That's all I'm saying. Okay, now we are talking. Now we are talking. 22,800. That's a bit more like it. So, try and do the math here. To get this set up with 8 research facilities is going to be about $250,000. We're talking $250,000. And then it's going to produce 22,000 per round. It just doesn't seem worth it. I mean, considering, like, let's say this would be my normal research facility. How much is this thing making per round? Let's just, you know, have a look and see how much. Because this thing makes quite a bit, to be fair. Like, research facility... Research facilities are good. This makes 2,000 a round. So if I have 8 of these, come on, math, don't fail me. That makes 4,500, 9,000. If I have 8 of these, I'm making 18,000 a round. So I'm getting like a bonus 4K a round using this thing. And it's going to cost me 40,000 to put it down, which means I need to have it down for at least 10 rounds just to make the money back on that before I start actually making profit. It just doesn't seem worth it. It just seems like so much more effort than it's worth. I'm not going to lie. Like the amount of faffing that you have to do. And this is like, to be fair, this is on, I've specifically chosen this map with this great big wide open space where I can surround it with 8 banana farms. I know it said it on the Tinterweb. I'm just going to quickly check real quick. I'm going to put 1 farm there and I'm going to put some more just like way off out of range. Yeah, it only gets the ones that are in the radius. So I would have to be playing on a map like this where I can surround it with the 8. Dude, it just doesn't seem worth it. It's so much fanny-arsing about. Nah, I don't think I like this one. I think this is actually the first tier 5 in the game that I am actually kind of like, no, I'm not. Look, either I'm just doing this completely wrong or something ain't quite right here. Go ahead and roast me in the comments if I'm getting it totally wrong and there's like some hidden gimmick to this that makes it absolutely amazing that I just wasn't seeing. But honestly, it's a funky idea. And I like that it gives me discounts on stuff, but that is pretty much where the compliments end. I'm giving this one 2. I honestly don't like this one. If it turns out that I'm horribly wrong about it and was just using it wrong, then, you know, maybe we can come back and revisit it. But for the moment, for the record, the only reason I'm not giving it 1 is because A, I like the discounts, and 2, it's kind of a cool idea on paper. Yeah, just, I don't like the faffing though. It's just too much of that. A little bit too much of that. Primary expertise though, I fuck with this thing. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to do it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed it. I don't know how long this episode's going to be, but God, this is way longer than I normally record for these, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, and listen, if you want to see me do some more episodes like this, where we cover multiple towers in one episode, then let me know. I will be back with another episode of this very soon. See you next time.